Hey guys, I'm Jay, and today we're looking at a damn handsome Cold Steel Recon One. So as usual, let's get started with the features, then we'll compare this to some other knives on the table. And now make sure that you guys stick around until the end so you can see the full specs on this. And if you're a subscriber, you might even see your name at the end in the credits. How about that? Now I know that you guys are super busy, which is why I want to quickly remind you to just go ahead and click on that subscribe button if you're looking for knife reviews that get right to the point. Now the Cold Steel Recon One is a manual action backlock, and it utilizes Cold Steel's proprietary design called the Triad Lock. Now the blade is riding on bronze washers, which is good to see, easy to care for and maintain. Deployment is accomplished with the ambidextrous thumb studs that are, in fact, I don't know if you can see that there, they are removable, so that's nice for those of you that like to use those kind of clamp style sharpeners. Yeah, you'll be able to take off these thumb studs so they won't be in the way when you're sharpening. Now the blade measures about 4 inches long and 3.32 millimeters thick of CTS-XHP. Really good stuff. The handle comes in at 5.375 inches. So the blade to handle ratio on the Recon One is not too good. Yeah, there's a lot of handle here. The thickness of that handle is a little over ½ inch, if you can believe that, at 0.51 only. Wow. Now the closed width, so how much room that this is going to take up in your pocket, brace yourselves, 1 3/4 inches wide. Yep, 1.75. Now if we flip this over and look at the back side of the Recon One, you can see, of course, because of that backlock, it is closed construction. Okay, what do you guys say we get a weight on this guy here? 5.1 ounces. Wow, that's pretty good. Which is going to be about the equivalent of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like 6. Wow, 6 AA batteries. Okay, what do you say we go ahead and compare this guy to some other knives on the table so you can get an idea of the size knife that we're playing with today. First, of course, the Buck 110, the Cold Steel Code 4, and how about another Cold Steel product, the American Lawman. You know, with these two Cold Steel knives, specifically the Code 4 and American Lawman, I keep flip-flopping kind of back and forth as to which one is my favorite Cold Steel knife. I think for this week, I gotta say the Lawman is my favorite Cold Steel knife at the moment, but that changes a lot. But as you can see, the Cold Steel is, geez, yeah, it's larger than all of these knives here on the table. Now, if you're not crazy about this version of the Recon One, that's okay, because Cold Steel actually has you covered quite well. You can also find the Recon One with either the clip point style blade or the Tonto, and that also comes in either full serrations or the combination blade where it's just half serrated. You can find the Recon One in a micro size, which has a 2-inch blade. There's a mini size, which is a 3-inch blade, or there's an extra large side, which is actually kind of ridiculous of a knife, but it's 5.5-inch long blade. And on top of that, G10 colors. You can get this in either, well, of course, the black, or dark earth, or the OD green. G10 is really nice looking. Okay, what do you guys say we just go ahead and jump into the my 7 likes and dislikes, and why don't we, let's be crazy today. Let's start at number 1. So the curb appeal of the Recon One, I really like. I mean, just look at this gorgeous spear point shaped blade that is, it's hollow ground with a black DLC, as you can see, so that like diamond like coating. Now this knife just screams tactical. I mean, if you look up the word tactical in the dictionary, you'll see a picture of the Recon One next to that definition. No crap. Okay, that is crap. But yeah, so curb appeal, I really do like the aesthetics of the Recon One. Number 2, the materials. I really like the materials. CTS-XHP is the blade steel, and that is great stuff. It is equivalent to like CPM S30V. Now the G10 scales are linerless, but this is still very, very strong. I mean, there is no flex whatsoever in these G10 scales without the liners. Now the bronze washers are an excellent choice for the Recon One because this, well, let's face it, I mean, it's a hard use knife, and on a hard use knife you really do want washers in there as opposed to bearings. Washers are much easier to care for, maintain. I mean, you get a little bit of dirt in the ball bearings and forget it, you know, it's over. So materials I really, really like. Number 3, the function I like as well. I mean, the action is good for a backlock. Now, what I really like is that the Recon One, this knife, it can really, it's designed to operate with little to no oil or lubrication at all, which again, for a hard use knife, that's really nice to see because, well, let's face it, I mean, these things are meant to be used hard, and so they're going to get dirty, and you're not going to want a lot of lubrication inside of here because all that does is just attract all of that dirt. Now this does fall shut, the blade, when you push on the back lock. See that? But it's very, very important with cold steel knives that you keep your index finger kind of up here towards the top, because when you push down the back lock, that blade is going to fall on your finger. Okay, and the farther down that you have your index finger, that means that gives it more of an opportunity to, well, you'll cut yourself. Let's check the centering on the Recon One. I'm pretty sure it's not perfect, but it's pretty darn good. Yeah, I mean, that's acceptable, wouldn't you say? Now, unfortunately, the Recon One is not fidget friendly at all. I mean, it's really just not a fun knife to sit and play with. So not that you know, that should really be a deal breaker, but it's just something that I want you to be aware of. Number 4, in the hand. I've got to tell you, this is probably one of the most comfortable knives that you will ever hold in your hand, ever. I mean, I'm talking, it's up there with like the Manix 2, with the Paramilitary 2. That just tells you this thing is just crazy comfortable. I mean, it's a big knife. I have medium-sized hands, and this darn thing feels like it was made for me. It really does. Very comfortable. Now, the G10 scales, they are, well, the texture is pretty aggressive. But then again, on a hard-use knife, I would think that you would want that aggressive texture. It's just, it's really not too good on your pockets, which we'll get to here in just a couple seconds. Now there is just one area of jimping, and if you can see that there, it's just on the spine of the handle up there towards the pivot. And to be honest, I really don't think that it needs any jimping, because I mean the scales, the traction is very grippy. Your finger kind of just locks in on this handle. I mean, your hand is not going to slide forward. So I really, yeah, I don't think this jimping was very necessary. But at least it's only here in just the one spot. They didn't go nuts with it. The balance. Let's see. Oh my, yes, perfect. Perfect balance. And did you notice Cold Steel did give us a sharpening choil? Thank you very much. Number 5, in the pocket. This is going to be my first gripe. I do not like the Recon One in my pocket. And I've got to tell you, and this is going to be pretty much a blanket statement, I do not like Cold Steel pocket clips at all. I mean, they're really short, which is not that big of a deal, but there is very little flex in the Cold Steel pocket clips. So it really squeezes onto your pocket. And the pocket clip it's going to be now tip up only, and that's going to be for righties or for lefties. And like most Cold Steel knives, you will get 2 pocket clips because of this curvature. It's, you know, you're unable to just attach it on the other side, so they give you 2 different pocket clips. So that's nice, very nice. We talked a little bit about the G10 and its aggressive texture. I mean, this thing, it chews up your pockets. I mean, it eats them for lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Just not friendly on your pocket at all. And now, the Recon One is obviously a larger knife. So with a closed width of 1.75, oh yeah, you're gonna know that you are carrying this knife. So this does take up just a ton of real estate in your pocket. So that's why for number 5 in the pocket, I don't like the Recon One. Number 6, the weight. I like, what did we say, 5.1 ounces. That is for a knife with a 4-inch blade, overall length of 9.375 inches. 5.1 ounces? Are you kidding me? That is just, it's incredible. Number 7, the price. I like the price of the Recon One. At $100, you're getting excellent blade steel in the XHP, which is very close to S30V. I mean, it's a hard use knife that is going to be in your collection for a very, very long time. I mean, basically, you're going to be able to beat the hell out of this thing, and it's going to stand up and ask for more. So yes, $100 I think is more than fair. Now, the previous blade steel that the Recon One had on it was AUS 8. Now, back then, $100 for AUS 8, no. But now, you know, you don't have to worry about that since they've upgraded to the CTS-XHP. So for $100, I think that that is more than fair. So to very, very quickly summarize, we said curb appeal was I like, materials I like, function I like, in my hand I liked, in the pocket I did not like, the weight I liked, and the price I liked. So for those of you keeping score at home, that's going to be 6-1, making this a very solid recommendation from me. Now, that recommendation does come with a disclaimer. unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, at, what did we say? The closed width was 1.75 inches. So at 1 3/4 inches wide in your pocket, that's huge. I mean, that's just huge. So I can't recommend this as an everyday carry. I just can't. At least for me, it's too damn big. And I am constantly trying to create excuses to be able to carry this knife. Like, oh yeah, maybe I'll be batoning some wood, or maybe someone will ask me to reshingle their roof and I can take this up there. But you know, it's too big as an EDC. But as a hard use knife that can handle just about anything you throw at it, this is it. Anytime anybody asks me, Jay, I need a good hard use knife for work at the job site, or Jay, I need a good hard use knife, I'm going to be going camping, the first words out of my mouth every time are always Cold Steel. Cold Steel, that is the best hard use option for the money that you can get. Now, before we go, guys, I just want to leave you with a question, and that is, I would really love to know, what is your favorite hard use knife? It doesn't have to be Cold Steel, it can be anything. What is your just all-time favorite hard use knife? And I'm going to tell you what mine is, at least. So for this week is the Cold Steel American Lawman. So yeah, let me know in the comments section below. I look forward to reading and responding. Now, if this video about the Cold Steel Recon One answered most of your questions, why not just go ahead and leave me a like, guys? Now, don't go anywhere, because I'm going to show you the full specs here on the screen in just a second. But I want to thank you guys for stopping by, and I will see you at the next video. You guys take care, okay?